Hi guys and welcome to another sound comparison, and this is probably the hardest sound comparison I've ever done. Maybe you could say the IKEA one took the longest, of course, by a long shot, but this is like the setup that I need to work with for this is quite hard, and it's just because of this little bugger right here. It's because I need to use 3 devices and I only have 2 phones, only and only, but I have 2 phones, so I got this speaker, this aux speaker, which is the JBL Micro 2, which is kind of interesting actually. I borrowed it from a friend. Shout out to John Fry for making this happen, and I was really interested in the speaker. I've never seen it before, and yeah, it's a speaker. I think it launched in 2011. I might be wrong, but yeah. The thing is, I'm still interested how it compares with this aux cable to these Bluetooth speakers that I have in front of me, which is the JBL Go 2 and the Tribit Stormbox Micro. And I'm gonna lay them on their backs for this sound comparison, because that's mostly what you're gonna listen them to. Maybe you could say that JBL Go 2 would be standing up, but I don't think it's too good indoors especially, and it's more intended for outdoor use, but still outdoors it's decent, I guess you could say. And yeah, I want to see if aux, the cable that is, makes any difference when it comes to sound quality, or if Bluetooth is just as good. And I've listened to these guys, so of course I've already made up my mind, but hopefully you can tag along and try to listen in, and you might not be able to hear the sound difference that well because of the microphones that I'm using, but yeah, enjoy. And I'm gonna start off with the what is it? Let's see here. The JBL Go 2. It will be playing on like around 30% volume, and yeah, let's start. So JBL Go 2 is playing now. And now the JBL 2 Micro is playing. And as you can probably hear right away, a lot fuller sound from the JBL Micro 2, that is. JBL Go 2 again. It's a little bit louder, I guess. Let's see here, turn it down. JBL 2, JBL Micro 2 playing. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit actually. Now it's around 50% volume. The JBL Go 2 is now playing. JBL Micro 2. It's hard matching the volumes. Around there. Now it's playing a little bit under half volume. My JBL Go 2 playing now. Now the JBL Go 2 Micro is playing. Oh, they're not that synced, sorry for that. JBL Go 2 playing. Micro 2 playing. JBL Go 2. Yeah, I think that is that. And now I've compared these two. I'll compare these two in the next song, and then I'm just gonna switch through them all on the last song. This wasn't that great because I need to switch between multiple devices, which means the switching is not seamless. Maybe I should cut the video up into different parts, but it's too late now. So that's why you could hear that the speakers were playing simultaneously while I was switching. And yeah, other than that, my mistakes, with other words, the JBL Go 2 Micro had definitely a fuller sound. I think especially the treble was quite a bit nicer. It was definitely much more detailed. Not perfect, of course, in any way. This is a pretty cheap speaker setup with one woofer right there in the middle. But the JBL Go 2 also has one woofer and one radiator. And maybe there is a radiator somewhere hidden here, but I don't know. But one thing I could definitely tell right away is that the JBL Go 2 plays quite a bit louder than the Micro 2. So when this were around 50% volume, the JBL Go 2 was around 30% volume. Of course, the JBL Micro 2 had quite a bit more bass, I would say, than the JBL Go 2. So a fuller sound in general, I would say, because this sounded quite a bit harsh. Maybe it sounds better when pointed upwards, or pointed this direction, rather, when the front is facing you. But in general, it sounds quite a bit harsh at this distance, at this volume, I would say, if you compare it to the Micro. I think the Micro sounds very nice, actually, very nice. And it's also because this has 4 watts of output, this has only 3 watts, so it is supposed to get louder, but it doesn't retain as much bass, and it's because it only goes down to 180 Hertz, while this goes down to a staggering 150 Hertz, so 30 Hertz deeper in the bass, which doesn't sound quite a lot, but it is. You can notice it quite easily. And yeah, that's definitely one thing I want to point out. Okay, so now I'm gonna compare the Tribit Stormbox Micro with a total watt output of 9 watts, which is 3 times the amount of the JBL Micro 2. So this will be interesting to find out. Let's see here. Okay. And the Micro is starting. It turned off. Sounds good.
The countdown has just begun. Are you ready?
And now it's playing the Stormbox Micro, and it's around 30% volume. Stormbox JBL Micro 2. Stormbox Micro.
Hell yeah.
Micro 2. Tribit Stormbox Micro. Micro 2. Turning it up a little bit. Tribit Stormbox Micro. Micro 2.
Hell yeah.
Around 40% actually now from the Micro 2. Yeah, I think that was it. Or that comparison rather. I think I'm just gonna point with my fingers when it comes to this review, I guess. It's easier. I'm reflecting about my mistakes in a review. That's actually quite fun. Okay, this was actually, when I listened to them before, I thought that the Tribit it's quite a bit better, right? But now that I listen to them again, it's actually, I mean, I was standing on the Micro 2 side, so it favored it a little bit, but I feel like the bass performance wasn't, I mean, I could hear that the Tribit Stormbox Micro was better, noticeably better, but not like huge amounts. I think it's also because it played at like under 30%, while this played at 40-50% volume, around that area. So of course when you turn this in the louder volumes, it would probably kick ass when it comes to this. But I think the Stormbox Micros, what's it called? The really good thing with it is that it sounds really nice for what it is, right? It especially the bass at this size is unmatched in my opinion. But the treble is not perfect. The treble is not perfect. It sounds a little bit closed, a little bit muddy. Of course, it's because this it hasn't a lot of surface area. They can't have a tweeter, but you don't necessarily need a tweeter to get treble. So a little bit more treble sparkle, and I feel like the Micro 2 is more detailed still. Yeah, I can hear that for sure. Maybe it's because it's tuned in a better way, but I feel like also it's higher resolution when it comes to the audio, and I can hear that. So the aux definitely plays a role when it comes to audio quality. Of course, when you're out and about and higher volumes, of course, there's no, I think it's an easy choice. Just go with the Micro. I don't think you can buy this anymore, so I think you should go with the Micro every day of the week, I guess. But because this retails or costs now for around like $200 or something, which is quite a lot to ask for how old is it now? Like 10-year-old speaker. So yeah, micro is definitely in the best price range. So you get more bass, more everything when you get to the higher volumes, but you get sound quality with this. Not good sound quality, not super good quality, not even. I mean, it's mediocre, right? But still, like the detail is quite nice when you compare it to these. Okay, and now for the last song, and I'm just gonna switch to the Stormbox, then the Go, and then the Micro, and yeah, do something like that. You'll see. And now it's the Stormbox.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. It all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, I have to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent. A fear of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Yeah, and that was that. Now that I listen to them again at the bass drop, I switch between the Micro 2 and the Stormbox Micro. I could definitely hear that the bass was much deeper on the Micro, but still there was still similar amounts of I don't know, everything they have is upper bass, but when it comes to upper bass or whatever 100 hertz and up, I feel like they were pretty comparable. But the Micro, you could hear more, you could feel a little bit more of that deep resonance. Not much though. There are micro speakers, so they won't fill up entire stadiums, of course. And they are good for what they are, right? Maybe not. I mean, the JBL Go 2 has a harsh sound, maybe, and it's better outdoors, but it's not that loud. The Micro 2 or the, what am I saying? The Tribit has bass. You can feel a little bit kick outside, and it's quite loud. So that's great. And you can, of course, pair up two Tribits to one another. You can't pair these up. Maybe you could with some aux thingy, but you could pair these up wirelessly, which is another plus in my book. Okay, a summary. I think for what this is, has the lowest amounts of wattage, the oldest speaker. I think it's quite great, actually, and you can see the power of the aux cable kicking. I should probably also try these out with aux, but I feel like they are intended to be used as Bluetooth speakers, right? And you can hear sound quality loss when it comes to Bluetooth. You can. It is noticeable, even with the Tribit, even though I think the sound is fuller in general with the deeper bass. I think the treble is lacking still, and that's not because of the resolution, but still, I think the Micro 2 has better resolution. Maybe it's just me who's like making everything up myself, but I seriously believe that the Micro 2 has better resolution when it comes to sound quality wise. Maybe it just, as I said, has better frequency response. Hard to say, but I would say higher res is the most likely option here. Loudness wise, least loud. Next place, I guess, the JBL Go 2 and the Micro sound. Bass wise, last, next, Tribit. Yeah. That's that. Thank you for watching. As I said, one of the harder videos I've made. Not super hard, but so some effort was put into this. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want, and dislike and like the video. And if you have any questions or any feedback, your productive feedback that is, please give it in the comment section below. And yeah, see you guys in another video, and cheers.